Hello, intactivists. In the news this week, we have Forgin, Intact America, a brand new blogging site, Saving Our Sons, Health Equality Campaign, Intact Global, and much more coming up. In POTS news, one of our Intactivist ad campaign visuals is done. We got 414 likes. We go right up here. We got 385 likes, 13 laughs, 7 hearts, 4 shocked, 4 angry, and 1 face hugging a heart. But anyways, this is the No Major Health Organization recommends routine male infant circumcision as a standard procedure, and it went pretty good. Even the comments were really good as well. We had 21 comments and 5 reposts, which is super great to see. Most of these comments are pro intact, so that's super awesome to see. If you guys want to, go to the POTS' Facebook and go ahead and like the page or follow the Prevail of the System page, because that will help us get organic reach to supplement the paid advertisements. We will circle back to this post to go ahead and boost it again, but we're going to go ahead and promote at least 5 other ones first. In the meantime, go follow Prevail of the System on Facebook, because that really does help for sure. And in the video special this week called Don't Spend a Dime on an Intactivist Group Until, I explain that we need better standards for intactivist nonprofit groups, such as holding them to the same standard they want their supporters to support at. Also, for the interview on Saturday, Dr. Eugene got his part 2 interview released. Dr. Eugene is a therapist that works with Intact America. You can learn what it's like going to Intact America's group sessions and much more in that interview. The PAN's only quarterly report is out, so if you're a PAN member, definitely go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. And on to Intact America news. So, Intact America had Foreskin Day 2025. So, if you guys haven't watched it yet, you guys can go to the Intact America YouTube, type in Foreskin Day 2025. You guys can definitely go ahead and watch it. And also, don't forget to like it, like I totally forgot to like it. And thank you guys for liking this video. I definitely appreciate it. And if you want to, leave a comment just like this right here, if you want to, on the comment section below this video. That would be super awesome. In Forgin news, Forgin released their commentarium for April 1st, 2025. So I've read most of this kind of already, like the preclinical research collaboration. We talked about this a little bit last week, so we're not going to go over that again. The histology studies. This is Dr. Jose Vega has shared preliminary findings and histological slides from his studies with us, which focuses on the nerves and specialized nerve structures in the foreskin. This work will inform our efforts to achieve reinnervation. The study is nearing completion and will soon be submitted for publication in a reputable journal. We are also reviewing the first draft of the HistologyX histology study and are in discussions with our research partners on how best to incorporate it into our preparations for human clinical trials. Now, animal studies, I found this pretty interesting that the rat and sheep trials are not already in a publication. They are in the process of being submitted for publication in the peer-reviewed journals. I know I haven't made a Forgin video in a minute, but we might be making a video on Forgin probably in a couple weeks, hopefully. Okay, so Forgin had a conference call. Expect to see it on YouTube within 1 to 2 weeks. We might go and summarize it a little bit, or at least touch on it whenever we have the news within 1 to 2 weeks. But they did have a conference call, and it will be posted on YouTube. Now, fundraising. Here we go. Forgin fundraised $18,670 in March. That's below the $20,000 mark I like to see personally. So nothing really big here. All right, and in Saving Our Son news. So Saving Our Sons got back from Genital Integrity Awareness Week. So you guys can definitely go ahead and check out what Saving Our Sons has been posting. This was about 4 days ago. This was updated 4 days ago. So that's super awesome. You guys can definitely go ahead and check out all the pictures. This was April 4th. So if you guys want to go ahead, check out Saving Our Sons Facebook and check out all the cool pictures that they have, like cuddles, not cutting, be wise, don't circumcise, right above my head right there, and much, much more. And in the newest blog that Prevail System has been told of, actually I found it under an ad that we threw out there on the Facebook universe. It was Huangshin. It says, I have collected of studies debunking circumcision's false benefits. It says support my blog. We had a little conversation and I went and I clicked on it and there we go. This blog is making the world nicer to boys and men. This studies exposing the harm of circumcision came out April 3rd, 2025, which is very relevant. That literally happened like 5 days ago or 6 days ago, depending on when you guys watch this news. It's happened pretty recently. And if you go ahead and you check all of intactivism, you will see that all of this is relatively new. This is all 2025, 2025, 2025, all the way until February 16th, 2025. So this is a relatively new intactivist organization. Now, granted, they have different categories as well and different things they talk about, like this good news thing. This is Western Australia gets its first shelter for male victims of domestic violence. So there are men's rights things in here along with intactivism. And you can go ahead and get to the category list and pick which ones you want to pick. They have intactivism twice, and they actually have it, I'm going to zoom in, they actually have it all capitalized. But yeah, you guys can definitely go ahead and check this out, and you guys can go ahead and look at their articles. It seems pretty well done. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comment section. All right, guys, and in health equality campaign news / Intaction news. So this is Democracy in Action, New Hampshire. Intaction says, Democracy in Action vote. We are alerting our members of a fantastic opportunity to become involved by voting to support our bill. You can easily register your online support for our bill HB 94, which the Senate Health Committee is now considering. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for you guys so you know how to do it. It's really not that hard. All right, again, this kind of continues, talks about what the bill is going to do. And it says that, hey, we need everyone's help, so just follow this link. So the link is actually right down here. But anyways, I recommend you guys go to your nearest intactivist place to go ahead and get this link. I can even have it on my Discord if need be. But entries must be submitted no later than April 9th, 12 noon Eastern, which means that this video is going to get out at April 8th. So you guys have about 18 hours to go ahead and submit this entry. It's really easy. You just go ahead, you click here to the New Hampshire State Senate. You select your committee right here. You can't see anything because it doesn't show the drop boxes. But you just say, this is Senate Health and Human Services. This is the time to choose the bill. I'm a member of the public. You represent yourself. I support the bill. Really easy. You hit continue. And then you get personal information, which I'm going to actually block this and pause this. So once you go ahead and fill out the legislation to testify on, you've got to obviously put the information in HB 94. Your personal information, the final review, which is going to go ahead and I'll let you see everything one more time. Then it's complete. Now, if you want to, you can email written testimony and documents you wish to share with the committee to the committee members. You just click that hyperlink right there. I'm not going to do that. If you have questions or concerns, please contact Sophie Walsh at that number there. Information submitted to the committee may be included to the public record. So once again, guys, this is very easy. This is very easy. I believe in you. I went ahead and I kind of walked you through it for the most part. I guess I didn't show you the personal information and final review, but it's not hard. And I know most intactivists don't like doing things, but this literally takes 25 seconds and they don't even get that much personal information from you. They get your first name, last name, and the hometown that you were born in and the state, and that's it. So it's really not that invasive.
Do it! Just do it!
All right, and in Intact Global news. So Intact Global has had their circumcision ban lawsuit publicized on The Oregon, March 31st, 2025. It says lawyers say Oregon genital cutting law discriminates against boys, seek circumcision ban. If you go ahead and read this, it does take a lot of quotes from Eric Klopper. And it even admits that more recent guidelines issued by the American Academy of Pediatrics no longer comment on the issue. And this kind of talks about what the foreskin does, talks about some faith groups. But for the most part, this whole article was pretty pro-intact, which is awesome to see. And on to the intactivist calendar for the week. So Intact America has Alan Cumming has skin in the game. This is April 30th. So in about 22 days from now, you can go ahead and go to the poster house at 5:30 and hang out with these guys and do VIP reception and cocktail reception and award ceremonies and get some dessert until 9:30 p.m. The tickets are on sale, $500 or $60 if you just want dessert. Really depends on what you're looking for here. The Bloodstained Men, they do have their Minnesota and Dakota circumcision crisis protest tomorrow. So you can definitely go ahead if you want to be in St. Paul, Minnesota. There's no locations, it's to be determined. Yeah, so I don't know what their first day is going to be. They have quite a few to be determined things going on here. Like 8 of them. So hopefully Bloodstained Men kind of get that out, what they're doing. So they're protesting about 4 hours every single day. Day 1 and day 2, they're protesting 4 hours again. Yeah, it seems that they're splitting these into 4-hour chunks because this is 1 hour 30, 1 hour 30, and 1 hour 30. So that would be, that would be 4.5 hours worth of protesting at day 3. So they're keeping it to like around 4 hours of protesting every day. Okay, NoCirc Michigan. They have quite a bit of events and opportunities coming for intactivists. They have the WIC training and educational conference. That's Thursday, May 8th, 2025, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. And Friday, May 9th, 2025, 7:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Grand Traverse Resort, Acme, Michigan. And they also have the Fernal Pride, which is Saturday, May 31st, 2025, 1 p.m., I'm assuming, to 10 p.m. And this is at West 9 Mile Road, Ferndale, Michigan. And these other two is much later from now. I'll cover that later. Okay, Your Whole Baby, Babies and Bumps, Pittsburgh. This is Sunday, June 22nd. This is also quite a way. This is at Doubletree by Hilton Hotel, Pittsburgh Cranberry, 910 Sheraton Drive, Mars, PA, 16046. Also, again, Babies and Bumps, but this time it's in Cleveland, 2025. This is Sunday, September 28th. This will be until 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. This is at Cleveland Marriott East, 26300 Harvard Road, Warrensville Heights, Ohio, 44122 is where it's located at. All right, and on to the polls of the week. So for the polls of the week, we had, the Facebook advertisement doesn't include the circumcision rates map based on the countries, but it does show the HIV rate map. So just to show you guys what I'm talking about. So this here is the full post right here, and it only showed the HIV map and it didn't show the circumcision by country. So we took a vote on that because it did like this weird promo thing for the page. I was testing it to see how that would work out, but we had a vote and the majority of the people have spoken saying they just want me to change the categories so it goes and transmits like normal. So that is what we are doing currently. Once again, guys, if you don't like how this turned out, please go to my Discord and go vote because your vote matters. And on to the fundraisers of the week. So, Your Whole Baby, Babies and Bumps Cleveland, they have raised $535 out of their $720 goal. They haven't gotten any new donations in the past 2.5 weeks here. They're at 74% currently. And again, Your Whole Baby, they don't actually have a number here. They have 4 out of 5. Quick math, once again, they have about $225 that they need out of their $670 for the babies and bumps in Pittsburgh. All right, Unaltered getting no love again for the past 3 weeks. Plus, they have $55. I do know Ladori is going to update this chart eventually. I don't know when, though, and I don't know if he decides to update it. I don't know if it's going to show the bar or not. So he might have already updated it. Okay, so Forgin, they got $12 the past 7 days right here. So they have $100,814 raised total. Eric Klopper support Intact Global's fight against genital mutilation. They are picking up quite a bit of donations. They're at 75% of their goal. That's $37,567 raised out of 50K. They got 125 donations. They are doing pretty good on the GoFundMe here. Also, Intact Global has raised $350 out of their $30,000 goal with the Intact Global Oregon litigation effort. The GoFundMe is doing much better for Intact Global and Eric Klopper than this donorbox.org. Intact America hold doctors and hospitals accountable for penis injuries. This is getting no love whatsoever. It's been 3 months and no donations. They've gotten $5,125 raised. That is 10% of their $50,000 goal. Also, Prevail of the System. 22% of our $2,000 goal for the intactivist ad campaign. That is super awesome. We had some awesome donors come forward and really are supporting the ad campaign for POTS. And that's super awesome. So if you guys want to go ahead and support POTS in this, you can donate to this. Just go to my coffee. It really does help. And we're really just putting that in the intactivist ad campaign. We're not promoting ourselves. I know Facebook does promote us a little bit, but you kind of have to know where the ad's coming from. So it's one of the things that just kind of come with the territory. But we're not really getting that big on Facebook. We have less than 100 followers, and we've already spent like $400 almost. So it's not that big of a push for POTS. It's more about getting the intactivist news to where it needs to go. All right, and on to the intactivist growth for the week. All right, so Bloodstained Men had 7,060 followers last week. Currently, Bloodstained Men have 7,061 followers. That is a gain of 1 or a 0.02% gain for the week. Bloodstained Men remaining flat this week. All right, that's all what I have for the news this week. Don't forget about watching Do Not Spend a Dime on Intactivist Until video, and also the Dr. Eugene Part 2 interview. Please like and subscribe and share this to get out to more people. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.